Hey guys, it's Chris. I hope you're doing well. Today we are going to be talking about why if you're blind buying Boadicea the Victorious, you have to understand something. Not every expensive fragrance is safe. Some are bold, some are dense, and some are built for experienced collectors and not casual buyers. And when you're spending $800, $900, and sometimes thousands, a mistake isn't small. Now, before we go any further, I need to say this clearly. You may agree with this list, you may completely disagree. And that's fine. Fragrance is subjective, and that's the beautiful part about it. But these takes are coming from a high-end collector standpoint. At this level, I evaluate fragrances from a different perspective. We're looking at risk to price ratio, the composition density, the note dominance, the real-world wearability, and the long-term satisfaction that you get from a scent alone. A bottle can be incredible and still be a terrible blind buy. And that's because personality equals risk. So what makes a blind buy dangerous? High blind buy risk usually includes aggressive ouds, dense resins, heavy tobacco, the green sharpness you get from a scent, and the extreme projection with the ultra-high pricing and the dramatic evolution. The more structured and artistic the fragrance becomes, the more personal it becomes. And personal equals risky. Let's get into it. The first one is going to be Oud Sapphire. I want you to think about this as a dark, dominant oud. This is resin, smoke, power. This is not soft oud. And it smells like heavy oud, smoky wood, thick resin, and deep spice. The projection is strong and the longevity is massive. So why is it risky? If you're not already comfortable with bold oud compositions, this overwhelms extremely fast. The artistry is very high and the blind buy safety is very low. This is a sample first always. The next one is Sovereign. This one is risky primarily because of the price. When you're in the multi-$1,000 price territory, even I like it instead of I love it becomes painful. What it smells like is dense woods, heavy resin, spice, and serious structure with a rose compound underneath. It smells regal, formal, and commanding. It's risky because this is prestige art. It's not daily wear, and the blind buy risk is extreme due to the cost. The next one is going to be Blue Sapphire Supercharged. People assume if I love Blue Sapphire, I'll love Supercharged, and that's not necessarily true. It smells like more sweetness, more density, it's more projection, it's more intense. It amplifies everything. So why is it risky? The original is balanced. Supercharged pushes it further. So if you already found Blue Sapphire strong, this may feel excessive. And the higher price, the higher intensity, the higher expectation, so the blind buy risk here is high. The next one is going to be Tobacco Sapphire. Tobacco is naturally polarizing. It smells like dark tobacco leaf, warm sweetness, amber richness, and spice. It commits fully to the profile. So why is it risky? If you dislike tobacco or dense warmth, this becomes suffocating very quickly. The artistry is strong and the universal appeal is going to be limited, and the blind buy risk is high for this one. Online, you will see a lot of people say Tobacco Sapphire is my favorite Boadicea. Now, that's okay, but that doesn't make it a safe blind buy, guys. And that's what I want you to remember when you see these people say that. Chariot surprises a lot of people because it's more affordable in the line, so people assume it's safe. But the problem with that mentality is that just because of the price does not mean it's automatically safe. It smells like really this bold spice, this woody backbone and slight sharpness. It has an assertive structure. So why is it risky? If you prefer smoother, creamier blends, this can feel aggressive ultimately. This is a moderate blind buy risk, I would say. The last one is going to be Green Sapphire. Now let's talk about why this is risky from a collector standpoint. First of all, it's not poorly made. The blending is high quality. The structure is intentional, but green fragrances are inherently divisive. When we say green in perfumery, we're talking about herbal sharpness, the slight dryness you get from a scent, the earthly undertones, and the structured crispness. This is not warm like Amber Sapphire. This is not fruity like Blue Sapphire. And this is not easygoing and really dominant like Aqua Sapphire. Green Sapphire feels more serious and more composed. The opening especially can feel sharp It's not harsh, but it's structured. It doesn't immediately hug you. It makes you lean in. And as it dries down, it smooths beautifully. The wood soften, the green sharp edges, it integrates. But here's the risk. Blind buyers judge quickly. If that opening does not emotionally connect, regret sets in, especially at this price. From a collector's lens, the artistry is high, the blend quality is strong, and the mass appeal is moderate. It's not risky because it's bad. It's risky because it has personality, and personality divides audiences. Green Sapphire is selective, and selective fragrances are never the safest blind buys. So at the end of the day, none of these are bad fragrances. They are artistic, intentional, and powerful in their own way, but artistry increases personality, and personality increases risk. The worst blind buys at this level are oud dominant, tobacco heavy, ultra intense flankers, green forward, and multi-$1,000 prestige pieces like Sovereign. So safe blind buys are balanced. Risky blind buys are extreme. And luxury collecting is not impulse. It's structure. Build the foundation first, then explore the bold pieces. That's the difference between buying fragrances and building a collection. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I will be back at it with another video later. Thanks.